Don't watch me, watch Nolazine TV. It's the best video ever and subscribe to it.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your boy Wynton, and you are now tuned in to Nolazine TV.
Tell everybody where you from.
Man, I'm from New Orleans, East, right there for Bullet. Grew up there my whole life. Went to St. Augustine High School. Shout out to the Purple Knights.
There are a lot of people in the St. August.
Yeah, man.
Augustine, you know, they got a lot of athletes that's known, like Kerry Kittles. Like they got Leonard Fournette. We got Frank Terron
Ocean.
Matthew. Frank Ocean went there?
Yeah, Frank Ocean went there for a little while.
I thought Frank Ocean went to like the high school like on the West Bank too.
Yeah, he went to like a couple different spots.
Okay. But that's dope.
Yeah.
Okay. Frank Ocean, man. Shout out to Frank Ocean.
Yeah, man.
A lot of people didn't know he was from New Orleans at first.
Yeah, that shit crazy. I mean, he basically, my brother actually was in a talent show with him, and he beat him.
But who beat who?
My brother beat Frank Ocean.
Oh, that's another conversation.
Yeah,
Huh?
that's another conversation.
So how you beat him? Like what song he sang?
Now he sung "Ordinary People" by John Legend. That's when that song was hot, and it was like a Xavier Prep talent show.
And like, you know, shout out your brother JT the publicist.
Yeah, shout out my brother.
Like people don't even know. Like JT don't even use his talents.
Man,
He's a publicist. Like they don't even know he can sing.
Yeah, the way I love music, that's the way JT love publicity and marketing. So you know, he know how to do voiceovers, impersonations. He know how to sing. He do everything. So and he started acting when he was like 5 years old, 6 years old. So shout out to JT the publicist, aka JT the producer.
Right. But the crazy part is he talk about you, or he wants you to be like, man. If as soon as my brother actually, you know, finally give up on his music career after he's done, he should be a publicist because he's a people's person. And
wow,
and that's the way he talks about you.
Wow. Well, I guess I
don't know if he ever told you that, but he tell me that.
He told me that, you know, I'm skilled and I guess people, being a people person, and I think, you know, with my knowledge of the music game and everything that I've learned over the last couple of years, you know, last 10 or so years, I can use that skill to help other artists get where they're trying to go. So I think, you know, I love to be like an A&R when I'm done with music.
Okay. So growing up in New Orleans, how was it like for you?
Man, honestly, I probably had like a different life from a lot of people. Like my dad was a pastor. My dad is a pastor at one of the biggest African American Baptist churches in the state, Franklin Avenue. So, you know, I grew up in church. I started singing when I was 7 years old, and that basically was my life. You know, obviously I dibbled and dabbled in different scenes in the city, but for the most part it was church. And then Katrina hit, and that's kind of when I started to learn piano and really get into live music. So I joined the team band out there. You know, I was depressed. My mom brought me a keyboard, started teaching myself. And we opened up for Jeffrey Osborne, Trey Songz. We opened up for Boyz II Men, Sugar Hill Gang. And that's kind of when I really started to do my thing and learn about the live aspect of music. And then when I came back to New Orleans, I put the singing and playing together and decided to just go after, you know, R&B music.
Okay. So growing up in the church, like, how did they feel about you when you first made your music outside of the church?
Yeah.
'Cause, you know, a lot of people who like know you from church want you to stay in that church realm.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, you know, obviously I didn't choose to be a PK. You know what I'm saying? I didn't choose to be a pastor. But you know, I feel like I took everything that was in church and used it to what I felt, you know, it needed to be used as. But you know, growing up in church, it's very judgmental. You know, I'm real good friends with PJ Morton, and he kind of grew up in the same kind of situation. But you know, his dad actually is a little bit more accepting, a lot more accepting of, you know, the type of music that he does. But everything down to tattoos, earrings, and doing, you know, secular music is judged as it's demonized. And I feel like, you know, as a person, everybody has their own path and their own, you know, direction that they're headed in life, and you know, you don't judge people for stuff like that.
Okay. So growing up, for us, you, who influenced you to actually start making music?
Man, I gotta say, the Jamie Foxx show was the reason why I literally started doing music.
And the funny thing is when you say the Jamie Foxx show, because he used to always like go straight to a piano and like do like impersonations of other people's songs.
Yeah, it was literally, I was watching Jamie Foxx show, and it was this scene, and it was basically telling Jamie that he was like a new school and he couldn't do music. He sat down at the piano and he was like, after that, I was like, I want to do that. So I went in my room. Like I said, my mom had got me a keyboard, and I hadn't used it for like probably a good 6 months. And I dusted all the cobwebs off, and I just started teaching myself how to play that song. And from there, I just started teaching myself other songs. But yeah, Jamie Foxx was super influential and instrumental in me learning music. For sure.
Oh, okay. So tell everyone what you know. And with your past alias of what music name was, Kevin Styles. Yeah. But people didn't know that you actually went to your real name. Yeah. So like, how did that even come about?
Yeah. So basically, I was going by Kevin Styles for a good 7-8 years maybe. And what happened was, my brother and one of his business partners was like, Wynton is a terrible stage name. They was like, the name sucks, so you need something different. So we just randomly picked Kevin Styles. And after running with that for about 8 years, I started experiencing some real life stuff. I got, the whole breakup situation, got my heart broke a couple times. My mom got Alzheimer's and dementia. And it kind of started to wake me up in a sense. And then like one things that happened, American Idol, I went out to do American Idol, and there was like a good week or so that I could choose between the Kevin Styles name and Wynton. And at that exact moment, my dad had found my class ring from high school, which had my actual name on it. And to me, that was a sign to go ahead and go with Wynton. So I switched my name to Wynton, which is my actual government name. And I think it's one thing that I learned. I didn't make it to, I made it to the top 100 on American Idol, and I saw that one thing that I took away from it was, although I don't get to continue being branded and go through the whole journey like all the other artists, I noticed that being true to who you are as a person is the best decision you can make as an artist. So I was like, go with Wynton.
Yeah, but I can lie you, like, if the dope thing about American Idol, like if I was a singer or artist, I think marketing first. I'd be like, man, I got everybody know into the song. Everybody who was a part of it, like all those artists, you meet all those artists all at the same place. Yeah. So I'll get everybody number and share each other. Like that's a whole other networking marketing.
Man, you're right. I mean, honestly, it was kind of the way things worked out. It was like super jam packed.
It's a competition.
It was a competition, so everybody kind of was in their own little corner. But I did kind of keep in touch with some people, and we'll see what happens in the future.
Okay. So you got a new single out.
Yeah.
With a New Orleans Saints player.
Yeah.
Terron Armstead. I heard he rap, but I didn't know he could rap.
Man, that's the.
They got raps, but I didn't know he could rap.
Yeah, man. Like
so
everybody.
like I want you to say when the first time you heard him rap to actually want to put him on the song.
Man, I'm not gonna lie. It probably was when I heard the BOA track. I didn't really know he rapped. Like you said, a lot of people in football,
the league want to rap, but they don't rap. They don't know how to rap. They they have the love for it.
Exactly, but not the skill. So when I heard him do the BOA track and then went viral and the whole Superdome was rocking it, I was like, man, this is kind of nice, man. You know what I'm saying? So. My brother had been working with him, doing publicity and marketing. So he had found out that I did American Idol, and that kind of was like, that was the end. So basically, I just hit him up. I had a track. It had a empty slot on it. I was like, bro, see what you can do to that. And he was like, all right, I got you. So he hit me back about a couple of days later and was like, hey, I think I got it. So came to the studio, knocked it out, and I was like, the funny thing is the producer that was there, he was like, man, he started laughing when I told him the situation because like you said, everybody ain't got it. But after he knocked the verse out, he was like, man, I respect that.
But the dope part about your brand new single is it's called Catchy Body, right?
Yeah.
And the thing is, when you playing basketball, football, people saying it now like I'm about to catch me a body when you tackle, and you knock somebody, you clothesline somebody,
exactly.
They catch you a body.
Yeah.
But you have a football player that's actually on the song, so it's like that's a whole different marketing realm and everything.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like, when I was making the song, there's the whole double entendre about catching the body with, the violent way, But then there's also the, you meet a chick at a club and you're trying to take her home, catch her body.
That's the way I'm trying to catch a body.
R&B all day. But then, like you said, there's the aspect where you can tie it into football, basketball, any type of sport, boxing. So, I think it's kind of ingenious the way it worked out. And we looking to tie into a lot of basketball and football waves real soon. So.
Oh, okay. Well, but the owner of the Saints actually on the Pelicans too, so it can easily transfer in like a 1 mile radius. I don't even know if it's a whole mile.
Yeah, you didn't hear it from me, but maybe me and Terron perform at a halftime game for the Pelicans soon.
That'll be the first time that an athlete would actually come perform at a halftime show.
Hey, but you didn't hear it from me.
Hey, I'm just saying, you never saw an athlete perform. Nah, you gotta make sure they win tonight, because they can't be losing. You gotta perform.
Yeah. And honestly, I was like trying to go for us performing at halftime for a Saints game, but obviously that'd be a little tough.
Right. You're right. So, tell us what's the average day like for you?
The average what?
What is an average day like for you?
Honestly, it depends. Like, for the past past month or so, it's been a lot of, interviews, promotion, getting everything ready for the single. But for the most part, I like to just create music. If I'm not hanging with friends or doing something family oriented, because, like I said, my mom has dementia. So I try to spend as much time as I can with her right now, because tomorrow's not promised. But for the most part, I love creating music. I can't wait to let y'all hear some of the new stuff that I created, but yeah.
Okay. So tell us what separates you from other artists.
I gotta say, musical inclination. Like I said, I grew up in church. The people I model myself after include, Usher, D'Angelo, Jamie Foxx, Donny Hathaway, Stevie Wonder, Marvin Gaye, Whitney Houston. And so I think that the musical catalog is pretty eclectic, and I think that it's affected my music and my musical ear, as well as the fact that I actually play in church. You know what I'm saying? Like, I actually have, and I'm not saying other artists aren't talented, but when it comes to actually being able to sit down at a piano, figure out how to make a song, also be able to write the song, also be able to put the song out. I graduated in business.
And also, how many artists that actually did an interview in front of the piano and like know how to do it raw?
Hey,
matter of fact, I'm gonna give them something right now.
Hey, shout out to doing it raw.
Doing it raw, catch your body. Come on, let me see what you got, man. Tell everybody, show everybody something.
Let's see. Tell me what you wanna do with me.
realized I spelled your name wrong.
Damn, are you serious?
Yeah, when I seen his interview live, you just sing it like with the Usher part. Like,
oh, damn.
Hey, keep it running,
hey,
man. Hey, dope. I fuck with it. Hey, so, like, you know, being in the music industry over maybe 10 to 15 years now.
Yeah, at least 10.
Tell us, what do you enjoy most about being a music artist, and what do you hate most about being a music artist?
I'll say the thing I love most is like the unexpected. You know, there's always situations and opportunities that I guess God is blessing me to run across. Like this last New Year's, I was doing a gig and Usher walked in, and I was doing Nice and Slow, and we ended up doing 30-minute set together.
How was that?
It was fire, bro.
How was it doing a set with Usher, like someone that you idolized?
Yeah, man. I think it was much respect because, you know, obviously, you know, it wasn't my first time actually meeting him, but like, you know, it's our first time performing together. I think I learned a lot just from his presence. You know, I tried to be in the moment, but also kind of take notes as much as possible. But I think one of the funniest things is we're in the middle of the set and he's asking me like, man, what song you want to do next? I'm like, nigga, like, I'm still trying to wrap my head around what's going on.
It's like that moment.
Yeah.
It's called that moment.
So, you know, situations like that, like, you know, and it's always something crazy that you don't expect.
Hey, but he ain't getting no Usher bucks, huh?
Usher books?
Usher bucks.
Oh, nah, I ain't getting them when I ain't.
You know what I'm talking about? He ain't getting no Usher bucks, huh?
Nah, man.
I want some Usher bucks. I'm about to go see, you know, what I can do with them things.
Yeah, it might be its own currency. It'd probably be worth something, you know.
Hey.
But I think one of the
all in the
things,
strip club. We're gonna make love in this club.
Yeah, you can't get mad at me because it's Usher books. But I think one of the things I don't necessarily care for is probably I think when you are independent, you wear a lot of hats, so you're not able to focus on completely like what you want to focus on.
Okay.
So it'd be dope to, you know, get to a point where you can kind of just focus on that.
You know, I think everything is about timing as well too. So
Really?
you know, like sometimes things just happen out the ordinary. Like just the way you say it happened with Usher.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, surprisingly, even me just meet so many people. It's like I don't realize it be going on because I probably like be in the moment and also be sometimes drinking.
Yeah.
So you know, things be happening. I
Yeah,
respect
man, I
that.
be remembering stuff all the time. Like, oh, I did meet, you know, freaking, yeah.
Okay. So, tell us this. So, if you could date any female in the entertainment industry, not just the music industry, who would it be and tell us why?
Anybody in the entertainment industry. Man, I always get stumped at this one because they got a couple. Man, they got this girl.
You got a couple? Ooh.
It may be people that, like, you know, I'm into fitness, so there's this girl named Kima Russo on Instagram. I definitely wouldn't mind dating her.
Why would you date her?
I just think, you know, as a person with a business mind, obviously she's learned to use her brand and make it work for her. Obviously she's attractive, she's beautiful, she's fitness minded. All things that I want in somebody that I would date. And somebody that cares about themselves, that has money at the forefront and wealth at the forefront of everything. And yeah. Somebody I can wake up to.
Yeah, you don't want to wake up to anything.
Yeah.
I definitely understand that part.
Man, I woke up one day, this chick took off her own. I was like, nah.
That can happen though.
Hey.
That can happen. That can happen. So, I got a funny question for you. Have you ever been catfished?
Have I ever been catfished? You know, like I've never been catfished to where I was talking to the person and then met up with them and then, you know, found out. But I have been catfished to where I could tell it was a catfish. And I also have been in a situation where them angles be looking good on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? But then when you see them in real life.
Oh yeah, I know some people like 4'5" on Instagram, look 5'9" and the finest thing you ever seen in your life.
For real, man.
Things happen.
Yeah. Yeah. Pictures don't do people justice sometimes.
So, got another funny question for you. So, out of all the interviews you ever did, what is the most craziest thing somebody ever asked you?
Honestly, I don't think I've been really asked nothing too crazy. I really can't think. I don't know.
You don't know?
Like a lot of times when I do get asked crazy questions, I just kind of like divert and go to something else. So I don't remember answering the crazy.
So you probably didn't answer it.
Yeah.
I got you. Okay. So has there ever been one point in your music career when you just wanted to give up?
Yeah, but it probably didn't last longer than, a couple days. I feel like there's always times where things not going, right, or, for whatever reason, like even life itself, life get tough, and then when you gotta balance regular day life and also be inspired to move higher, then it's like, it'd be tough. But after a couple of days, God will send some form of encouragement or some inspiration and remind me, nigga, this is why you here, keep going.
Okay. So tell your fans something about you that you don't show on your social media. And don't forget, I know what you did last summer.
Something that they don't know about me?
Yeah.
Man, I did this, I don't even know if I should say this, man.
Say it, man. If people want to know you, this is a raw interview. Nolazine, baby.
Man, I did this, I did a pool party. I think it was like right before COVID. And it was me, PNC, and Yin Yang Twins. Me, PNC, and Yin Yang Twins. We did a pool party performance.
Yin Yang Twins.
Yin Yang Twins.
That sounds like an interesting party. pump the party all the way till she got her head on her knees. That's like, and you talk about Catch Me Body.
Catch Me Body.
And you might even say Catch Me Body. You probably say some whole other stuff.
I was on show. I show out back then.
Oh yeah, you definitely was with the little braids. Show out.
Yeah. So did the party. I finished performing. Went inside. Seen this cute chick, and winked at her. Got me a drink. Went outside to where she was at, and before I could even get all the way outside, she pulled me in her car and just started topping me off. And I was like, oh, this is what's up. And then I looked up and her husband was in the front seat watching, egging me on, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I was like, and I was lit, so I ain't stopped. But in my head, I was thinking about that the whole time.
Is he about to shoot me?
Yeah, this is not a normal situation. And then she was like, Kevin, do you come? I was like, oh, my bad. And then I came, and then after that, they hit me up again and asked me if I wanted to do it again.
They some swingers.
Yeah, I was like, I can't.
They some swingers.
Yeah.
So you didn't catch your body, and you caught your mouth.
Caught you, yeah.
Very unique situation, but hey, it happens to stars.
Hey, man, I'm no star, bro.
Got you.
I'm a comet.
So, let's get off there. So, okay. So far as growing up, being from Louisiana, New Orleans, do you feel like you ever have to move out your city once your music career reaches a certain milestone?
I feel like traditionally that's been the case. I feel like, if you look at Lil Wayne, you look at August Alsina, you look at Frank Ocean, for whatever reason, I think New Orleans system musically isn't set up for artists to thrive. Even all the way back to Rance Davis. But,
shout out Rance.
Huh?
Shout out Rance.
Shout out my guy
Shout
Rance Davis, fellow Purple Knight. I think Rance in Atlanta right now, so shout out to Rance doing this thing. But I think New Orleans is just not necessarily set up, and I think that's why you see people like PJ Morton coming back to the city to try to help, set up a type of situation that's beneficial to artists to be able to thrive. But I think it's also person by person. When you see people like Trombone Shorty from the city, he's able to do his thing. Although I think that's in a different.
Shout out Trombone, and you have his phone number to call him and FaceTime, man.
I hit him up.
Everybody, I'm hit him up right now.
He always answers. That's my guy.
He's a real individual.
But yeah, I think it really depends on the person. It depends on the genre of music and the situation. But I have thought about it, and if it gets to that point, then you gotta kind of do what you gotta do. But hopefully I can stay in my city, rock with my city, and make it.
Well, I think R&B artists and rap artists are different. I don't think you have too much problem. A person probably wouldn't even know there's an R&B artist walking up the street besides a rapper. Like more of the people in New Orleans that's gonna be hanging outside or into like street stuff. Gotcha. So this is like street music.
So you meant as far as safety wise,
and also also growing wise, like growing. Like, you can still stand on it, but you gotta move around. Anywhere you go, you gotta move around.
That's real. People respect you more when you're doing stuff outside the city. Right. But I do feel like, as far as being an R&B artist, I'll be straight. I stay straight.
If you're not making moves outside the city, then people feel like you always have that title as you local.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
and I understand that.
I definitely understood. I understood it from the beginning, even when I started this. That's why I heard it. Moved around. Like tomorrow I'm leaving. So, you gotta move.
Shout out to Austin, Texas. That's my second home.
I'll be there tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, tell us, like, do you feel like, being in the music industry for a while now, learning New Orleans systems, Louisiana systems, the South systems, do you feel like local blogs, DJs, and radio stations can actually do a better job in breaking artists?
Yeah, I mean, I do think that. I think, like I said, the system isn't necessarily designed to help artists win. I feel like if and you go to cities like Atlanta and like Austin and like Dallas and like Houston and they kind of have that system in place where the artists come out with the song, DJs break the song, the radio stations rock with the local artists, so it's kind of like a funnel and then everybody benefits from it. But I don't think that has been a situation where somebody sits down with the DJs and the radio stations and like, hey, let's set up a plan, let's get it popping, and everybody can win. So that's the conversation that definitely needs to be had.
But also, I don't see a lot of artists now, or maybe they don't understand that they might need a publicist. I don't see a lot of artists invite the media, the radio, the DJs and all, to like when they drop a single in the studio, like bring the food, the drinks, and give them a comfortable setting to actually look, okay, this is a song we all need to push.
That's real.
When you do that type of thing, you might not gain everyone, but you'll gain a few people by just your presence.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, and that's something that we did definitely at the beginning of.
Right, but it probably wasn't the right song.
Yeah, exactly.
That was like a lot of artists, like a lot of people get like actually discouraged when they're growing. But sometimes it's that song like you can like in your mind you feel like it's the right song because you made it.
Right. But
if you bring to the label like tell you down, you like, all right, maybe it's not. Yeah. Like it's certain people that gotta tell you that it's not the song. Yeah. But at the same time, what I tell artists is, it's not about if I like the song. It's about your fan base. If you keep dropping for your fan base, like in a while, those numbers are going to add up, and the labels they're gonna be able to see shit. Mm-hmm. So that's the real that's who matters.
Yeah. Nah, that's
like right. No one opinions matter. Like one person to like a million people don't matter.
Exactly.
So if that makes sense to you,
yeah. I mean, I think honestly at this point, that's probably something that we should circle back around to. But definitely shout out the video release party coming up soon. So that's probably a situation maybe.
Make it happen, huh?
Yeah, let's make it happen.
Okay. So tell everybody, what's next for you? Do you plan on dropping merch? As I know of, you dropping merch, but are you planning on working with other artists? Starting your own label. Tell us what's next for you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in the process of, working on a project right now. Shout out to the city, Saints and Sinners is the name of the project. And I have, a couple features that's gonna be on there. But, before I actually announce, I'd rather kind of like make sure that's all the way locked in. But definitely look out for that. Probably like around the fall. And then merch just dropped. Catchy Body t-shirts at my website right now, justwynton.com. So go cop that. And other than that, we just right now we're just working a single. We ain't even put a video out yet. So definitely plan on moving around to a couple cities, doing some promo, and we're gonna come back with that project.
I already heard you playing on the piano. So I want you to acapella sing your song that you about to drop the video next week for the world. I want you to sing the hook. Yeah. I want you to let everybody know your vocal skills. Let's go.
Yeah, we in the club, bottles pulling up, bodies everywhere, and we going up. Trying to find someone that I could take home. Yeah, you know what's up. Yeah, I'm trying to catch me a body. Catch me a body. Catch me a body. I'm trying to catch me a body. Catch me a body. Catch me a body. Yeah, I'm trying to catch me a body.
Wynton.
So imagine that playing at the Saints Arena. Huh?
Hey. It's lit.
All right. So last but not least, tell everybody where they can find you on social media and just every music platform.
Yeah, so y'all can find me on all social media, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all that good stuff at Just Wynton, JUSTWYNTON. And then y'all can find me at my website, justwynton.com.
All right, we done.
Yes, sir.
Nolazine, make them scream. Nolazine. Make them SCREAM. Scream. Nolazine, make them scream. You heard me.